already did it.
Oh, you did the do now? Okay, great. So, like I said,
And the Kahoot.
okay. The pretest? Was it
The
the
Kahoot for today for a summary, I think.
it's like a pretest. I just wanted to see what you guys already knew about summarizing. You did that one already? Okay, cool. Just waiting on D'Anthony to turn his camera back on. Let me know when you're signed in. Good morning, everyone. I know it's been a while since we've met, but I'm going to have you guys start on student application, and then we'll move on to some of the activities just to do some review. We're going to go over vocabulary because I think everyone did do the Kahoot, vocabulary Kahoot. And I think the last activity that I assigned, we're going to go over that as well. Okay, so thumbs up when you are logged on to the Read 180 website and you are ready to start the student application. You ready, Quavion? All right, I'm going to have you guys work on that for a little bit and then we'll get started, okay? We're going to go over the nouns and verbs activity from Thursday. Did you guys get a chance to complete this? D'Anthony and Quavion, were you able to complete the nouns and verbs activity that I assigned? Okay, so if you haven't, we're going to go over it today. If you have, this will just be review. All right, so at the beginning of the year, we talked a little bit about nouns and verbs. This is just kind of like review for that. And then we're going to go over the activities. So if you can, you've completed it, right, Aylin? D'Anthony, you completed yours, correct? So Quavion, if you want to pull this up, I'm going to send a copy of the link if you want to pull it up so that you have it completed. And then you guys will be able to submit it on Canvas for a grade. All right, but we're going to go over it first. Really, let me. Did you do the second page too? Both pages? There were 2 pages on there. Okay, great. Our examples. Okay, so all words can be grouped into types called parts of speech. Knowing a word's part of speech can help you understand the word's meaning. Nouns and verbs are both parts of speech. Aylin, can you read this sentence that says starts with a common noun?
A common noun is a word or a person is a common noun is a word for a person, place, or thing or idea. Example: scientist, state, award, or creativity.
Okay. D'Anthony, give me another example of a common noun. So any word, so a word for a person, place, or thing. Give me
Say that question again.
Give me a noun. So we have examples like scientist, state, award, and creativity. I want you to give me another example of a noun. A person, place, or thing.
He.
He.
Mm-hmm.
That's more of a pronoun. We're just looking for a common noun. So he would mean what? A boy or girl?
Boy.
Boy. So boy is a common noun. Quavion, give me another example of a common noun. Quavion.
Planet.
Huh?
Planet.
Planet. Good. Do you have the Google Slides pulled up?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that is a common noun. Boy, scientist, state, award, street. That can be any street, any boy, any scientist, all right? D'Anthony, can you read our meaning for proper noun?
A proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. A proper noun always begin with a capital
Letter.
letter.
Okay. So that S word is specific. Say specific.
Specific.
Specific. SP. Specific. All right. So that includes Thomas Edison, New York, Nobel Prize. Okay. So, Aylin, give me an example of a proper noun.
A store.
Huh?
Um.
I didn't hear you.
So a name.
Yeah, a
Because
specific
it's in a capital letter.
person, place, or thing.
A store.
You're gonna give me a specific store. So name a
Target.
Target, Walmart. You guys your names are proper nouns. Okay, they're always gonna be capitalized. All right. Then we have verb. Quavion, can you read this first sentence that says it starting with a verb?
Like where again?
Do you see where my cursor is? It says a verb is. That's what you're gonna read. That sentence.
A verb is a action word.
Read the examples for us.
Learn, win, and save.
Okay, so those all show action. Now, the tense of a verb tells when the action takes place. So if it's a past tense verb, it's going to have ed, like studied, cooked, and discovered. If it's in present tense, it's going to be study, cook, discover. And if it's in future tense, we're going to add a will in front of that. I will study for my test. I will cook dinner tomorrow. I will discover a new planet. Okay, these are called verb phrases because it's more than one word. All right, so let's look at the activity. It says, circle the common nouns in each sentence and underline the proper nouns. So if you've already done this, when we go over this, you'll be able to answer them. But if you haven't, like Quavion, I'm going to ask you to look at it really quickly. The first one is already done for us, okay? Rigid Terrari is a proper noun because it names a specific person. Oh, excuse me. It names a specific person. Kenya is also underlined because it names a specific country in Africa, okay? And then farm is going to be a common noun because it can be any farm, okay? So let's look at number 2. Lewis Latimer helped put electric lights in many cities. So remember, a common noun is a word for any person, place, or thing. A proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. So let's start with the common nouns. Is there anything that we need to circle? And I'm going to take this off so that I can do it with you. What do we need to circle? Aylin?
Lewis Latimer and cities.
Okay. Is Lewis Latimer a specific person?
Yes.
So would that be a common noun or a proper noun?
Proper noun.
Okay, so we're not going to circle that. What are we going to do?
Underline it.
Underline it. Okay. You guys see that is a specific person. That's someone's name. So that is a proper noun. Okay, so I'm going to underline that. Let's go back to common nouns. What are we going to circle? DeAnthony? What's a common noun in this sentence that we need to circle?
Many cities.
Does many describe the city?
No.
It doesn't?
Mm.
Many tells us there's a lot, right? So many is more of an adjective. So I'm just going to circle cities because that is a place. So if you guys need to make corrections on your worksheet, make sure you're doing that, okay? Because you will be turning this in. There's another common noun that we need to circle. Remember, we're not looking for descriptions like many describe cities. There's one more common noun. What do you think it is, Aylin?
Maybe lights or
Light.
electric lights.
Well, electric describes what kind of lights they are. So electric in this case will be adjective. Lights will be our noun, our common noun. So we're going to circle that. Does that make sense, you guys? Quavion, can you sit up, please, so I can see your face? I want to make sure you are on task and I can see. All right, so Lewis Latimer is a proper noun. It names a specific person. Lights and cities are common nouns in this case, okay? Let's look at number 3. Alexander Fleming discovered the first antibiotic. Okay, Quavion, what is the proper noun in this sentence? Remember, a proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter.
Alexander.
Yep, we're going to do his full name, Alexander Fleming. So what do we need to do? Do we need to underline it or do we need to circle it?
Underline.
Yes, that's what our instructions tell us. Good. All right, so there's our proper noun. Is there a common noun that we need to circle? Alexander Fleming discovered the first antibiotic. What do you think, Dean?
Discovered.
Well, discovered shows action. We're not looking at verbs just yet. We're only looking at common nouns.
Circle antibiotic.
Good. Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. That is our common noun. First describes it. So first would be our adjective. All right. Sorry, my circles look a little funky. All right, we're going to move on to verbs now. So it says underline the verb or verb phrase in each sentence. Write whether its tense is past, present, or future. Okay, so this time we're going to look specifically at verbs. And remember, a verb is an action word. So number 4 is already done for us. Stephanie Colwick invented Kevlar by accident. They've underlined the word invented. And they said it's past tense. Do you guys agree? That inventing is written in past tense? And what is something that we look for? When we see a past tense verb, how do we know that it's in past tense? Aylin?
ED at
Yeah.
the end.
Yes. All right, so let's look at number 5. Kevlar's strength makes it perfect for spacesuits. What will be our verb, DeAnthony?
Makes.
Very good. So I'm going to underline makes. Oh, did it do it? All right, and then what tense is this written in? Past, present, or future? Kevlar's strength makes it perfect for spacesuits. Quavion, what do you think? Past, present, or future?
Past.
Remember, past is identified with an ed. Does makes have an ed at the end?
No.
So it wouldn't be past. Look at the examples. Present, and then we have future.
The future.
Future usually has a will in front of it. Will study, will cook, will discover. And if you read the sentence, Kevlar strength makes it perfect for spacesuits. So that means they're making them now. So if it's not past, if it's not future, what's our only option? Quavion, what's our only option?
The present.
Yes, it's written in present tense. I'm going to write that here. Good. All right, D'Anthony, you can do the last one. We will remember Colwick for her amazing invention. What will be the verb that we need to underline?
Remember.
Are we just going to underline remember? Or is there a word in front of that that we need to make sure that we underline?
Will remember.
We'll remember. In this case, we're looking at a verb phrase. Okay. What tense is this written in, D'Anthony?
Future.
Good. Future. All right. Good job, you guys. We're going to move on to the next page. Does this make sense? Past tense verbs have ed. Present tense verbs, they might not have an ending or it might have an s because it has to agree with the subject. And then future usually has will in front of it. It's a verb phrase. Will and then the action. All right, let's move on to the next page. Analyze nouns. Identify each noun or each common noun in the word bank below and write it in the chart. Then find and write the proper noun that goes with it. So I've already done the first one. Inventor is our common noun. So what will we write in the proper noun? Which one of our proper nouns would go with inventor? Go ahead, D'Anthony. You can answer this one.
Lewis.
Yep, Lewis Latimer. Good. All right. So I'm gonna X that one out. I already used this one. Okay. What's another common noun? We have material, Kevlar, California, and state. D'Anthony?
Common noun, state, and proper noun is California.
Very good. Thank you. I love that you are actively participating. Okay, so state would be our common noun. California is a specific state, so that would be our proper noun. All right, so this time I want you to give me the common noun, and then we'll have Quavion tell us what the proper noun that goes with it. So what's the last common noun that we need to assign to our chart?
Material.
Material. Good. And Quavion, what is our common noun that goes with material?
Kevlar.
Yes. Very good. You guys killed this one. Very good. All right, so that's nouns, and now we're going to do the same thing for verbs. But this time, we need to determine which tense it is. So we have past tense, present tense, and future tense. Remember, past tense usually has an ed. Present tense There may not be an ending, or you may see a S. And then future tense usually has a verb phrase. All right, so if past tense is played, what's my present tense verb? Quavion? What's the present tense of played? Look at the chart.
Present.
Yeah, we're doing the present tense, but which one of these words will be present tense for played? We have create, will watch, will play, created, watch, will create, play, and watched.
Create.
Well, we're going to use the same word. So played is past tense. What will be the present tense of the word play?
Play.
Yeah, play. And then what will be the future tense? Quavion, what will be our future tense? We've already used played. We have already used play. If we're going to talk about the future, what verb phrase should we use?
Will play.
Yeah, absolutely. Will play. Are you filling this out on your Google Slides? Quavion, make sure you're filling this out too, okay? All right, D'Anthony, you want to do the next one? Go ahead, go through past, present, and future.
Past, watched, present, create.
Well, you're going to use the same word. So if we're
I
using,
mean, watch,
okay? Future tense is
will create. I mean, will watch.
good. All right, Aylin, finish us off.
Create,
Past tense is what?
created,
Created.
created,
Okay.
create, will create.
Very good. All right, does that make sense, you guys? Past, present, future. Past tense usually has an ED. Present tense, it just tells you what you're doing now. Future tense is what you're gonna do in the future, okay? All right, last thing, and we're gonna move on to independent reading. Write nouns and verbs. Add a noun or a verb to the sentence below. Choose the words from the word banks below, above. So we need a noun here. Blank improved Thomas Edison's version of the light bulb. So we need a proper noun. Who improved Thomas Edison's version of the light bulb? Oops, I don't mean to go all the way up. Who is the only name we see up here? Remember, inventor. D'Anthony?
Lewis
Lewis Latimer. Say Latimer.
Latimer.
Lewis Latimer. Say it together.
Lewis Latimer.
Good. So that's what we're going to put here. Awesome. Now we have this next one. I wonder what inventors, we need a verb here, in the future. I wonder what inventors blank in the future. What verb do we need to put here? This time we're going to use this word bank because this has the verbs. I see your hand up, D'Anthony. I want to give Aylin and Quavion an opportunity to answer too. I appreciate the participation though, absolutely. Quavion, what do you think? What should we put here?
I think will create.
You are right on the money. Yep. I wonder what I wonder what inventors will create in the future. Now, there is a clue word in this sentence that helps us pick out the right or which tense. What word in this sentence is a clue word to which tense we need to write in? D'Anthony?
Future.
Yes, you are correct. All right. So that is our word analysis lesson for nouns and verbs. The work that I put up for today, we will come back to that on Thursday. So don't worry about doing it because this is what we did today. So that what did I put up? I forgot what the assignment was, but don't worry about doing that because we went over this today. But what I will need you guys to do is I need you to submit I'm going to put up an assignment for this, and I want you guys to submit your Google Slides so that I know that you've completed it. Okay? Thumbs up if you're able to do that. If you are able to submit your completed Google Slides to Canvas when I put up the assignment. Quavion, do you have yours pulled up? Did you get everything filled out? What about you, Aylin? Did you get everything filled out?
Yes, but where do you submit it at?
I haven't put it up yet.
Oh.
I'm going to send a message saying, hey, you guys, this is the assignment for the nouns and verbs activity that we did earlier. Submit it here so that I can give you credit for it. Okay? All right, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to read our confessions of a gym class dropout. We're going to go back and do that. You guys did have a quick write assignment for that. And I believe Aylin and D'Anthony, I think I saw yours. But Quavion, I'm going to need you to go back to that assignment and to complete that, okay? So actually, let me go on here and show you what I'm talking about. If you're not on Canvas, go ahead and get on there. I'm sorry, not on Canvas, on the Read 180 website, because we're going to look at our story. We do, okay, so can someone give me a short summary about what we read in Act 1? Does anybody remember? What happened in Act 1? Does this refresh your memory with this picture? We have a coach. Go ahead, Quavion.
I think it was this person and he couldn't do pull-ups.
Okay, remember his name is Travis. Where is Travis? Do you guys remember the setting? Where's Travis?
Gym.
He's in gym class, okay? So let me go over it. So the story starts off with Travis not liking gym class. Do you guys remember why he doesn't like gym class? Why doesn't Travis like gym class? Yes, he doesn't like to do any of the activities. And there's someone in his gym class that, is kind of mean. All right, so let's start with Act 2. We're going to assign parts. Remember, I'm going to be the narrator. We need a Mr. Underwood, and we need a Travis. DeAnthony, which part would you like to read?
Travis.
Okay, and then can we have someone read Mr. Underwood? All right, thank you, Quavion. Aylin, just follow along with us, okay? All right, so this is Act 2. Travis had to admit it. Maybe Rocco was right. Maybe he was a little wimpy. Act 2. That night, I took my shirt off and looked in the mirror. My body wasn't that bad, but my arms were thin, and even when I made a muscle. And my stomach was soft, except when I held my breath.
Are you practicing to be a model? What are you doing, Travis?
Geez, why do parents always catch you in your weakest moments?
Nothing, Dad.
I tried to change the subject.
Dad, could you give me a lift to Java Joe's tonight?
Sorry, I'm low on gas.
Please, Shirley and I are supposed to meet
Ralph.
Ralph.
Cheryl was my girlfriend. She went to another school. I didn't get to see her much. Ralph was a friend of ours. He worked behind the counter at Java Joe's.
Okay, Travis. After all, it's not every day I get to drive a supermodel.
Everybody's a comedian. All right, so let's look at this question. Do you think Rocco's comments are bugging Travis? Why or why not? So I'm going to go back to Rocco. So remember, Rocco said, with those bony arms, I'm surprised you can even pull up your pants. So our question is, do you think Rocco's comments are bugging Travis? What do you think, Flavion?
Yes, because like he's making fun of him and stuff.
Yeah, so Rocco was making fun of Travis, and then when Travis got home, he started to look at himself in the mirror, and think, well, maybe I am too skinny, you know. So I think they're bugging him too. Do you guys agree that what Rocco said about Travis is kind of bugging him? It's making him second guess or think differently about himself. All right, let's move on to Act 3. So I'm gonna do the narrator again. Travis, Quavion, you were Travis, right? Or was that DeAnthony?
It was me.
Okay, so DeAnthony, you'll do Travis. Aylin, why don't you read Cheryl's part? And then Quavion, you'll read Ralph. Sounds good? All right. Another piece of pie? Another milkshake? Well, maybe not. Act 3. Later, I met Cheryl and Ralph at Java Joe's.
Sure,
Cheryl.
Shirley,
Cheryl.
Cheryl,
Hmm?
what your plans for this summer?
What are your plans? Read that over, DeAnthony.
Cheryl, what are your plans for this summer?
I don't know. I was thinking about starting a wash car. Why?
Car wash.
Hey there, you two. Want another milkshake, another piece of pie?
Sure. Hey, Ralph, why is the pie here so good?
It's Java Joe's secret recipe, but between you and me and the wall.
Yes?
Joe sneezes in the filling.
Ew.
Ralph, that's gross.
Hey, the truth hurts. Hey, the truth hurts. What are you guys talking about?
Do you have any summer plans?
Sure, I'll be right here at Java Joe's.
I might join on
Ultra
ultra
bodies.
ultra bodies.
What's your bodies? Rocco's?
Rocco.
Rocco's gym.
Okay, pause. I'm gonna pause. You see that this is a question mark and an exclamation point. We have another question mark and an exclamation point. So this should sound differently than just this sentence here. Okay, so listen. I might join Ultra Bodies. Ultra Bodies? Rocco's gym? You see how it sounds different? He's like asking a question like, what? You're gonna join that gym? Okay, you see that? You guys have to read with expression. The punctuation at the end of these sentences, you should hear the difference, right? This is a dialogue. They're not just talking, playing to each other. They have some expression, okay? So when we're reading this, I want you guys to remember that too. All right, so go ahead, Travis.
I think I need to get in shape. I didn't do so well on the last gym test.
I left out the part where everyone laughed at me.
You're not in bad shape, Travis.
Yeah, Travis, you're great at sports. Oh, wait a minute. Does watching TV count as a sport?
So this is a picture of them here. If you're a visual learner like myself, I like pictures. I like to see, I like to put pictures with the words so that it can help me better understand the story.
I like Travis the way he is.
10
So this,
that
so so when you see, like when you're reading a play and you see words within parentheses, this is like a direction. So if you were talking to Cheryl, you would say this, and then you're going to turn back to Ralph. Okay, so you don't have to read what's in the parentheses. It's just as if we were acting this out.
that's way you're
Why?
so cool. Oh, that's why you're so cool and you're not.
Ralph? Quavion, is that you, Ralph? Go ahead and read this. We're almost done.
Hey, the truth.
I know the truth hurts.
Then the truth walked right through the door. It was Rocco and his girlfriend, Felicia.
Ah, oh, look, it's the world's most perfect couple.
Felicia was the most beautiful girl in school, and she had picked Rocco over me. That just showed how shallow she was. I always told myself that, and sometimes I even believed it.
More pie, Travis?
I didn't hear Ralph's question. I was busy watching Rocco and Felicia. They were in a corner booth. Felicia had a diet drink and Rocco had a protein shake. How could he drink that stuff? Rocco leaned over and whispered something to Felicia. She smiled and laughed at him.
Hey, space case. Wait, hey, space case. Want pie or not?
No, Ralph, just bring the check.
Good. All right, so we finished Act 2 and Act 3. And then on Wednesday, I'll have you guys complete another quick write activity. So you guys have already finished this one. So the next one, let's see, maybe not. We have to keep reading to Act 5 to answer the next one. Okay, so I'll probably just have you guys do a reading log for Wednesday. But very good job today. You guys were working hard. Thank you for being on task. And thank you for doing your work. Do you guys have any questions before we end class today? Yes, Quavion?
You said we had to like turn in slides. Like, where do we turn them in at?
So I'm going to send you a message later on today saying, hey, you guys, this is the assignment where you need to submit your Google Slides from today. Okay. So I will send you a message first before I put it up so you know where to submit it. Great question. Any other questions? All right, you guys are good to go. Remember, Wednesday will be an asynchronous day, so you will have work on Canvas, but feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, okay? All right, I will see you guys later. Bye.